The views and opinions expressed on KYND 1520 talk programs are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its owners, management, other hosts, or advertisers. Show topics on this station may include conversations on any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practices. KYND, a Synergy Broadcasting Company.
You are waking up to the Be Incredibly Well Morning Show. It's time to step out of your comfort zone. Time for you to get unstuck and take responsibility for your life. We bring you hope. We provide you with solutions on how to move forward in life. Just to make it plain, I'm here to shake you up, guys. Strengthen your confidence to help you do, be, and give more. The Be Incredibly Well Morning Show focuses on every aspect of you. Why? 3 words. Because you matter. I am Tosha Evans, empowerment speaker, author, and life coach. Your journey toward becoming incredibly well starts now. Always excited. Good morning, guys. We want to thank you so much for waking up with us. Always a pleasure to connect with you. Thank you for tuning into the Be Incredibly Well Morning Show. I am your host, Tosha Evans. So excited, live in the studio with us today. My good friend, my BFF, my big bro, also my favorite co-host, NFL great Tyrone Smith. Hi, you all right?
Man, I'm living the dream, man. I'm grateful yet thankful and humble at the same time.
Love it. And our featured guest today, so grateful. Just awesome, awesome man of God. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Bo Porter, special assistant to the general manager of the Atlanta Braves. So, Mr. Bo, how are you?
I'm doing outstanding.
Are you?
I'm in great company, and I'm honored to be here.
How was your drive over?
My drive over was pretty good.
Oh.
I hopped on the Beltway. My navigation was trying to take me a different way, but I just figured if I stay on the Beltway, I'll get there because it's one big loop, and I end up coming the right direction.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Let me tell you something about Saturday mornings. For some reason, I've run into traffic before 7 a.m., and I'm not sure why. Okay. So, Ty, too, last week, you can feel my pain on that time.
Yes, I can feel your pain. We're not going to talk about it because I was driving on the shoulder.
No, we're not going to tell them that you drove on the shoulder side. We're not going to do that. But if anybody who's in the Houston area, all I have to do is say 290, and I can just drop the mic right there because everybody understands.
290's been under construction for 10 years?
Right.
Yes, maybe 20.
Well, I've been in Houston for 20 years, so it could be 20 years.
Right.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you both for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate your commitment to help me to spread the word of well-being. And so I appreciate you guys. I'm excited about our show today. A quick special shout out to guys. If you're listening live in your car, if you're watching us live on Facebook, we want to thank you guys as always for waking up with us. We appreciate your love and your support. We want to hear from you this morning too. So 832-230-5592, 832-230-5592. If you're on Facebook, we want to hear your comments. We want to hear your questions. Anything you have for Mr. Bo Porter today, any questions you have for Ty or myself, we're here for you today, guys. We're very much committed to the message of well-being. And before I want to do a special thank you to A to Z Real Estate and Beyond Eye Care for powering up our show today, guys. We appreciate your support with helping us to spread the message of well-being. God has really given me a charge to promote the message of well-being, and within that, we hit every aspect of well-being, Mr. Bo. We go mental health, we go emotional. We talk to people about, give them hope and encouragement. Why aren't you sleeping at night? What's going on in your life? Why whatever's happened in your life that may have derailed you, that may have you stuck. So many people are living unfulfilled lives. So we provide that level of encouragement and inspiration to empower individuals to move forward. So.
Well, you're speaking my language. When you start talking about empowerment and whole person development, you are speaking my language.
Oh, that's just my heart. So where did it start for you? What's that thing for you?
I think when I look at my background, obviously I have a huge background in sports, but I think coming from the inner city where I witnessed a lot of the downtrends of development, and then going to the University of Iowa where I was surrounded by Hayden Fry and his whole coaching staff, which were completely entrenched in their relationship with Christ, which allowed me to develop a strong faith in the relationship in Christ while I was there. And as I fast forward to my playing career, my coaching career, I just found myself in that space where I always wanted to see where there are avenues in which I can help other people.
Yes.
And when you start to talk about wellness and helping people, it's almost, the theory of, you can feed a man, a fish, but if you teach them how to fish, you do something that will last a lifetime.
I love that because we're going to always have challenges.
Yes.
So you're right. When you talk about the opportunity to train and to teach people to how to overcome, how to just deal with the challenges. And I know at times people look at our lives, they may think that, our lives are perfect because we're doing this and we may be, doing different things within radio. But okay, guys. So got to do this. Also, hey, tag, share. Thank you guys so much back here. But very much important, for us to be focused on who we are, how to move forward, our overall well-being, because our decisions, they affect us. Next thing you know, it impacts our children and our community. So that's why we're here, guys, to bring you hope, to provide you with solutions on how to move forward. So I'm going to volley this over to Ty. I want you to, please introduce our guest. Talk about, all the awesome things he has going on. And guys, get ready. It's so many things.
Bo has so much to offer, man, as an individual. He's a man of God. He's an author. He's a Major League Baseball executive. He's an advocate of change. Bo, there's a lot that's actually going on with you, man. If there was a couple of things in particular that you would like to share with the audience, what would be like, one of the things or a couple of things? Because you actually have a lot going on, man. I really appreciate you for who you are and all that you do and offer as a person.
Well, thank you, Ty. I really appreciate that. I think, for the most part, it's it's about sharing your blessings. And as I sit here today, I know that I am extremely blessed. God has put some wonderful people into my life. He has provided some wonderful mentors. And every opportunity that I get and where I can share those blessings, I try to find avenues to do so, whether it's in our nonprofit organization, which is the Stacey and Bo Porter Self Foundation, where we mentor and we have the after-school programs for over 4,000 underprivileged, underserved children in HISD.
Wow, 4,000.
4,000.
Yes, and it has grown. And you look at, we started this 4 years ago, and our first class of kids, which are now sophomores in high school, we've started the pilot program at Key Middle School, and it was with 36 kids. And Key Middle School actually was one of the schools that HISD had on this list of schools to close.
Wow.
They had lost their magnet program. They were going to close the school. We actually come in with the Self Foundation program, ministering to the kids. And with our after-school program, we then started a before-school program called Boys to Men and Ladies and Leaders of the Future, where our male teachers meet with the young men, our female teachers meet with the young ladies every morning. And it's more so just giving them positive influence. And you fast forward 4 years, Key Middle School, not only have they gotten their magnet program back, they actually had the largest decrease in out-of-school suspension days of any school in HISD.
Wow.
So they went from like 1,300 to a minus 600 in suspension days. So you go from having a hard time just keeping the kids in school,
right,
to now they actually have the best overall, decrease in suspension days. And you look at that first group of kids that came through our program, 36 of them, they're now in the top 5% in GPA in their sophomore class.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
So when you talk about full circle and, just trying to give back to the community, I look at my life and I know how it evolved, and at some point within the show, we'll probably talk about my upbringing and how I actually ended up going to play baseball in the first place. It actually started with a kind gesture from a community friend. So, philanthropic endeavors, business endeavors have always been a part of my thought process, but at the center of it all and at the core of it all, it's about helping people.
Yes. Wow. So much with that. We're going to get into the details of self, and I want to make sure we highlight that. So self is sports, education, life skills, and faith. And
again, it goes back to the whole person.
Yes.
And that's why I said you are definitely speaking my language. When you look at, the development of youth, if you're able to provide sports, which is physical activity.
Yes.
Right.
If you put a focus on education is the ultimate game changer.
Right.
And then when you look at life skills, those are all the things that are not going to be a part of the regular school curriculum. Because the regular school curriculum is more based on someone in the educational field sitting down and saying, by the time you graduate from middle school, you should have learned these things. Well, we all know that there are life issues that you're not going to find in a textbook.
Right.
So we, as an organization or foundation, we try to present a lot of those real life issues to our kids. We just had a partnership that I have been working on for 2 years. Wells Fargo is a proud sponsor of the Self Foundation Financial Literacy Program. So in all of the schools where the Self Foundation program is taking place, we're going to start to have a weekly edition where Wells Fargo is going to come in and they are basically going to administer a financial literacy program to the kids in our program.
And what age group are we talking?
This is all middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Okay.
And we want to get them early, and then on the weekends, once a month, we're going to have the same financial literacy program that will administer to the parents on the weekends in our schools on Saturdays.
That is phenomenal. Ty, you go. I know you about to. We both about to jump in.
Off some of the things, man. On February 2nd, 2017, the Stacy and Bo Porter Self Foundation was honored by Mayor Turner. That from February the 2nd, 2017 and forward, February 2nd is now proclaimed the Self Foundation Day in Houston. Man, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Man. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, I mean, one, we want to thank the mayor. We want to thank, the whole councilmen and councilwomen in Houston for that type of recognition. And I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't, sit here and thank our board of directors, thank our honorary chair, Mr. Robert Duncan, thank all of our advisory council, thank, HISD for their wonderful partnership, because without all of those integral parts working together,
absolutely,
the Self Foundation would not be able to have the impact in which we're able to have. And at the end of the day, it's about the children. And I think that's one of the things in which I credit our foundation with, I credit our board with. We really focus on the children. We focus on how can we impact the children. Every decision in which we make as a board and as a foundation, the focal point is always, how is this going to impact the kids? What kind of feedback are you hearing from your kids? The feedback is phenomenal. And I'll go straight to, we get a research report from HISD every year. It's called an accountability report.
Yes.
And within that accountability report, HISD sends out teachers that interview our kids. And they interview the kids and they talk to the kids about the program, about their likes, about their dislikes. We also have a essay competition. This is another component of our foundation that I think really just escalated our entire foundation. Michelle Burrell, who is an Olympic gold medalist, she is our program director. And she implemented this essay competition at all of our schools. And it started out where we implemented the essay competition. At first, it was not being done in conjunction with the English curriculum. And some of the students, they submitted essays. Other students just decided not to do it. Well, we also have assemblies, which, Ty, I'm going to get you on the docket to come and be one of the speakers at the assembly.
I'm ready.
Yes, so we have these assemblies where we have speakers come in and talk about the topic of the essay for that month. So the essay topic could be, the importance of, education.
Yes.
So each student in the school, you can submit an essay because the winning essays get $50 a piece. So when we had the first assembly and the kids come on the stage and win the $50, they were like, oh, I didn't know you get $50 if you win. I would have won an essay too.
Sign me up too.
Yes. So obviously the number of essays went from 50 or 60 essays to 600.
Wow.
So
incentive.
So with the essays, we also put in a component where each student have to get 3 letters of recommendation from faculty within the building.